Morning. Not done one of these in a while. Aye, been really busy. Finally moving. So there we are. Busy doing that. I get the house ready the other end. So it's finally got our own property. That's nice, isn't it? So, wonderful. I'm out with this nut there today with a new coat on. Puppy, hello. Alright, can't let it for a lead yet because you know, it's a blind corner coming up, so I've got to be careful. Aye, so what's going on in the world? I won't be fishing today. Decided I'm just going to take it out for a walk. But, I don't know, I've had such a good year's fishing. I think, you know, deserve a bit of a break, so I'm going to just leave it. It's, I think there's a dog coming in. Yeah, let's try to get past the dog with it. Although, yeah, you know, I believe dogs should be let off the lead to have a run round. Of course I believe in that, but well, you know, when you got a dog on a lead and you keep it on a lead and you're making her sit down and trying to calm her down and things like that, I think the other person should put the dog on the lead as well. But there we go, you know, because you said Poppy's not very good with other dogs. She got attacked by Jack Russell when she was a pup, and it's just stuck in her psyche. So she's fine with our dogs. She's lovely with them. With other people's dogs, she's not. But she was brilliant there. Fantastic. She sat down quietly, didn't bark, didn't make a noise. So good. We're getting there with her. Anyway, we made up the river just to have a look around. It's, even though it's been raining a lot, it's quite low actually. So we'll let's see what's up there now. But what's going on in the world at the moment? Well, Keir Starmer's ruining Britain. Of course he is. Jimmy Savile's mate, absolutely ruining Britain. You know, if you think the Tories ruined Britain, I did warn everybody. I told everybody. Think the Tories are ruining Britain? Wait till this idiot gets in. And there we go. I showed you all that. I know they did a, you know, did a Joe Biden where, you know, they fixed it so he could get in, but still, all those people who did vote Labour, well done. Yeah, they're all changing their minds now, aren't you? But anyway, what's the clown doing now? He was in some big important event the other day, and he said, what did he say? About releasing the hostages, but instead of hostages he said sausages. What an absolute clown shoe. There we are, release the sausages. Well done, Muppet. Anyway, obviously taking old people's winter fuel off them, even though he's having like about the winter fuel allowance for about 4 or 5 people. Yeah, taking gratuities left, right and centre, bloody making his friends millionaires, releasing lunatics from bloody prison who are in there for a, you know, good reason, and said lunatics are going out murdering people, and then they straight back in, putting 12-year-olds in prison for, well, looking at a bus, because you know, because apparently eyewitnesses said he didn't throw anything in the bus. It was so he's just he was just there. All that going on, putting people in prison for 10 years or bloody whatever, no, 4 or 5 years for a meme, you know. There we are, and he was friends with Jimmy Savile, you know, a man who raped dead bodies. There we go. Great then. Unbelievable. Couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't. Anyway, it's nice and overgrown up, yeah. It's nice to see it, I guess, to be honest. It's, yeah, the council did a bit of a hack job up there, like they always do, during the summer months. Ruin everything. But no, it's nice to see it going back now. There we go. I'm going to sit down there for 5 minutes now, look at the board. Like I said, I haven't got my thing with me today. My rod. There we are, never mind. I'm doing a series of gaming t-shirts and like fantasy t-shirts, selling them on Etsy. This one is from the 80s game Zombie, which this is one of it. It's the loading screen of the game Zombie, if you can see it properly. Retron Trooper on Etsy. Retron Trooper. 2 words. There we are. Put me up. There's a couple of good gaming stuff on there. Intended to do the graphical art from the games rather than the artwork on the covers, because I know it's like for people to use your artwork, and I think nostalgia wise, I think the loading screens and things from back in that era, I think is, yes, the artwork is superb, but there's somebody's artwork. But the loading screens and when the game start titles and things like that, I think it's something a bit overlooked, to be honest. So I've been doing that. I've got a couple on there. I've got this one, Renegade. What else? Buck Rogers, Countdown to Doomsday, which was one of my favourite games of all time. So basically, it's my own sort of homage to these games. I love them. I think what people need to learn now is, sorry, the rush of the water, really. Can't believe I'm going to the bags of the maze. Tired. What people need to learn, relearn, then I suppose, is that governments cannot just make, especially it's supposed to be in the civilised world, can't just make rules up because they're not laws, because they haven't been passed by us. We're the sovereignty, we're the lawgivers. Man, God gave us laws, God's laws, obviously. But a government cannot just come in, make up a load of new laws and say, right, now you can't do that. Or if you do this, we'll arrest you. They can't do it. They can't be done. That's called corruption and tyranny. The tyranny of evil men and women. Said some of the worst ones in the world are women. I mean, look at Sound of Freedom, a film people seem to have forgotten about. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Learn something about the world. Learn about what you need to do with your life. What you need to be watching out for. Well, one of the main protagonists in that film was a woman. She was the one getting the kids. There we go. Well, like I said, a government cannot just turn around and say, right, you can't do this anymore, you can't do that anymore. Only just come in. You've been in here 2 months. There we are. If you do this, we'll arrest you. Do that, we'll arrest you. Send you to jail for 5-10 years for a spicy meme. No, they can't do it. So, it's absolutely ridiculous. It is. Well, there we go. It's like the electric companies, things like that. There we are, we're going to put your electric up by 10-20% now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yes, it is. Don't pay it. Get your smart meter taken out, don't pay it. Get an analog one put in, you can buy him on eBay. You can get a qualified electrician as long as he's tidy enough. Get him to come in, get him to fit the analog meter, get it done, and then don't pay them. You watch them squirm. Same as council tax. Where's the council tax going? Where's it going? Nobody knows. People joke about the Christmas parties and things. All the money's got all our council tax going on the Christmas parties. No, it's not. It's going in the pockets of bloody rich people. What's the matter, Pop? Oh, there's a squirrel. There we are. I've seen a squirrel. Look at that. What's that, Poppy? Here, squirrel, is it? That film up got it right, didn't he? Look at him. Look at her. Bloody nutter. What's there, Poppy? What's there, Poppy? Poppy? Come on, you nutter. Come on. Oh. Come on. Come on. Anyway, like I said, stop listening to all this nonsense. There's only one person that you have to answer to. 2 people in effect, and that's you, and the one you have to answer to, and have to listen to more than anybody else, is God. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And underneath this bridge here, there's actually quite a big pool. Over here. A little waterfall going down into it. That's quite deep, that pool is. A couple of feet deep. And there's a cracking run number there. On that corner, there's a cracking run going on. That's quite deep as well. But when I was a kid, my father used to take me fishing. We used to catch trout in pools, in streams like this, in little brooks like this. Good sized trout as well, you know, took 8-9 inches. Catch them under the waterfalls. Poppy. Poppy. House we're moving into is solid fuel, like wood burners, solid fuel. The whole house is solid fuel. Every room has its own fireplace, and it's something we wanted to do for a long time, is to go back. He's like, obviously we're gonna have modern technology there. You can't get away from that. Kids like the games. I like my games. You can't, this is the thing. But we've always wanted to go back to doing it the proper way, the old way. So when shit does hit the fan, because it is at the moment, big style. Then we've got a way to keep warm during the winter, things like that. And I know this is a horrible subject to touch on because of what Labour are doing to the old people now, and telling them they can't use the coal fires, can't use open fires together. Do one. I nearly swore then, but absolutely do one. Like, look behind me there. There's the chimney stack. This is the lime kilns. This is lime where they used to make the silica to make windows, stuff like that, jars, glass, all that. And glass is reusable. It's all reusable. They ground down, they can be melted down, used again. Plastic, no. They can. I think they can reuse it once, and I think that's probably it. Then I know they make it roads and things out of it, but when they're boiling out summer, the roads are melting because it's made of bloody plastic, and it goes out. It's ridiculous. But the backbone of this country, Wales and England, and Scotland to some extent, obviously, it was the coal industry, and people in England have been told now that they can't use coal. They've been banned from using coal in their houses. Coal. Most of Britain's made of coal. And it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Those clouds are amazing. It's proper clouds up. Britain was built on the backbone. This landscape I'm looking at now, it's shaped by the coal mines and the silica mines and the iron mines and tin mines, and the whole of Wales is shaped. We got a new lake in Cwmtynbeth because of actually not sure. I think it was coal mud. Had it? I think they were mining coal. Sure they were actually. Could have been slate. I don't know. Well, it was one of the stones anyway. But there we go. All of it, all shaped by industry. I got photographs of the local area. Now I've come across a booklet which I'm going to actually clean up and release. It was this booklet was a small little community magazine. It is from 1979. I found it so long back, and I'm going to scan it all, clean it up a bit, some of the pictures up a bit, and release it as a small booklet that you can buy. I'll put it on at Amazon or Lulu or something like that, and something of local interest. Something that would have been lost if I hadn't found it. But there we go. So that's what I'm going to do, and it turns out on this booklet there's a photograph on the back of miners walking across the bridge right down the bottom there, and my father-in-law is sitting on the bridge. He's a little boy, about 80 I think he is, isn't it, in the picture, and he's sitting on the bridge behind the miners. And also my brother-in-law, there's a drawing by him in there from when he was in school. They draw pictures of the circus, and he drew a picture of this lion. It's great. He was like 4 or something when he did it. So, but like I said, and the photographs in that magazine are all of the local area when it was industrialised, and when the coal and everything. And it looks completely different to what it does now. Obviously, because they were mining back then, everything, they were strip mining and everything. But look at it now. Look how beautiful it is. All this, everything, all built on the back of mines. There's a mine behind you there. There's actually a mine. There's this wall there. That's actually a mine entrance. And there's a fireplace there. Like it's like I said, these chimney stacks are left standing around the place. All reminders of that the land was shaped by hard work, by real men. Standing in front of the lime kilns here, up above Strudaway. You can go inside doors, but I've seen people using it as a toilet. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go in there, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is where they used to separate the lime from the rocks, the silica rocks, and obviously the silica as well. So the lime would go to local industries that needed to use it, or gardeners and all that. You know, they used lime in the past in the gardens, and instead of all the chemical crap they use it now. Yeah, can you imagine the men back then? You know, like I said, the photographs I got of them all coming back after a day's slog down the mines, and imagine if they saw the men now. You know, I've worked hard in my life. I have, like, you know, I've had some jobs I wish I never had. You know, it affected my health, and electroplating and stuff like that. It's awful job. It's you know, it's hard work. I know what it was like to be able to go to work, come home like late evening, and fall asleep, and then back in work the next day after you wake up. Like, it's just you know, it's just hard work. But I haven't done that for a long time. Self-employed writer, illustrator now, and instead of starting a new line of clothing and things like that, which for retro gamers, like proper old retro gamers like me, like 70s and 80s retro gamers. But yeah, it's sad to think, you know, what the men back then would think. The men now, with the manscaping crap. Goodness sake, man. See, men are meant to be hairy up. Again. Honest to goodness. Manscaping, for goodness sake. If a woman wants a man shaved all over, then yeah, it's not a man she's after, is it? Stunning. The scenery and the river, the Twrch. My favourite rivers in all the world. I've been to a lot. This pool, as you can see it down here, there's some good sized fish have been, well, not caught, but nearly caught in that one. It's, and obviously you got Pone Black up there. I'm going to have a look at that now, because what the local morons did to it. I'm going to see if it's how it's doing. Go up and have a look now. It's Pone Black. It's still looking low for these stones here, because their dam has been interfered with. But the stones here have they're usually covered, and the water comes up quite high up this sloping rock here. But because the dam has been interfered with here, the natural dam, the water's still quite low. So yeah, I'm gonna have to come up here when I've got the dog with me, and I'll do some sorting out, because there's a pool here. Where is it? Here. And the river's meant to be going around here as well, but it's because of what's happened. It's not to stop him. There's like a trickle, but it's meant to split into two by here. So I don't know what Poppy's doing. What are you doing, Poppy? What are you doing? What are you doing, Poppy? Poppy. Right. But yeah, I love it up here. It's awesome. It's you know, like I said, the fish up here fight harder than any fish down in the big rivers and things like that. They really do fight. You know, they're not as big, so you can get. Biggest I've caught up here is probably about 14 inches, which is a big trout, but it was very thin trout. But they fight. They really want to get off. Like, and that's brilliant. That is, because down in the bigger rivers, the fish are quite sluggish. You hook them and they only fight right to the very end, like. But up here they really do. As soon as you're into them, they trying to get under rocks, around trees, everything. They really really lead you a merry dance, then, so to speak. Any pops? Aye. What's the matter? What are you looking at? You not to. There we go. You see, I haven't brought my rod with me today because I keep all pops with me in it. coming down the path that goes up to like the other route over from the river, and 2 huge oak trees have been cut down. I know some new people moved in up there, and I don't know if this road belongs to them, but these oak trees are old oak trees. You're talking, God, I mean, look at the size of that ring there. That's huge. That's a huge oak tree. You're talking probably 200-year-old oak tree there, maybe more. And it's been cut down. And what's made me sad is up there, there's another oak tree that we used to call the fairy tree, and there was like it looked like there was a door on it, and they've cut that down as well. And me and my kids used to walk past that, and every time we'd knock that little bit to see if the fairies are in, and I have good memories of that tree, and that's been cut down as well. These oak trees are our trees. Little idiot. They're our trees. Anyway. Poppy. They're our trees anyway. Anyway, good night. Good night. Well, I suppose it is evening. God bless you all. And I'll see you next time.